welcome to This Week in Geek. It is March 15th, 2017. We're doing a live show right here on YouTube, and you wouldn't know that if you're listening to the podcast because you're just listening, but you know, we're looking good. It's episode
if we can look. You have to qualify that.
It's episode 99.5 because it's supposed to be 100, but we're going to stretch this out because we don't have the whole crew. We did nothing to make it a special event, so we could have 99.5. We could be stuck here for a while.
We're US 99. Are we country?
We're US 99. Hey, Rubber Duck. How you doing? I'm Rob Southgate. With me is
Chris Mao.
And Scott Salmons.
Noah Lil yet. He has threatened us that just like that last time when he showed up and was in bed, he could very well be showing up in his shower this time. And I'm really hoping that's not the case.
Do you know what that man has done to me? Pardon me. Do you know what that man has done to me?
Wait, let me get the doll. You can show me on the doll. No, what has he done?
This is a safe place, Scott. Please.
It's a safe place, Scott.
After cooking yesterday, I'm cleaning off the stove, and I'd left the butter dish there, and some of the butter had melted onto the stove, and there was a sheen of butter. And I thought, I'm going to have to clean that up. And I immediately thought of having to wipe butter off of a lil. And what the hell, man? What the things that gets into your brain? Oh.
Yeah, well, thank you for giving me nightmare fuel for tonight. That's wonderful. Yuck. So, and we also might get Phil again. Phil wanted to come in and filibuster. Thank you. Yeah. So I want to bust on him when he gets on here because I got something funny, but we'll wait until he's here. So let's talk about a little bit of the news. I really did no research. I want to throw one out immediately. The first thing that's on my mind, though, and you guys might not know who this is, but today on Facebook it popped up that Skip Williamson died. Skip Williamson is a name that most people aren't going to be familiar with. He's an underground cartoonist. He did Smoot. He's one of these guys that was like in the 70s and the late 60s was like really alternative comics. And I met him, 20 years ago or so. It was one of the first times I was at Chicago Comic-Con after it went out of being just like in a small room. When it became like a big con, we went to it, and he was in Artist Alley, and I met this guy, and he drew his character Smoot for me, and really cool, really nice guy, total fringe of the comic industry. I became friends with him on Facebook recently, and follow his stuff. He's always posting this just really awesome artwork. I suggest everybody, if you like comic art, especially like alternative stuff, follow Skip's Facebook page because they're still going to be continuing to post stuff in tribute to him. And you'll see some of it is just fantastic. I mean, really, really fantastic. And this is a guy that if he had stayed alive through this, would have had some really, really great pieces revolving the Trump administration. He's that kind of guy. So
yeah, I'm looking at some of it now, and
it's cool.
That does seem to be his bent. Yeah.
And he's kind of like an R. Crumb. You look at his stuff and you're like, yeah, this is not Superman.
No,
but it's really great stuff. And the more I look at his stuff, the more I got into it. And like I said, I met him and he was just a great guy. So sorry to see that one, that loss come up this week. Just popped up in my feed today.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So all right, we ended on a downer. Who's got one? Let's make it a good one.
Edward James Olmos will be back in.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he died. I was going to Scott, I'm coming through this thing. I'm going to punch you right in the nose. What's up with Edward James Olmos?
He's going to be in the new Blade Runner.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's reprising Gaff. Is that how you say it?
Gaff was his character. Yeah. So he's going to be Gaff. That is fantastic. That's great news. I wondered if they were going to bring anybody back other than Decker. So that was one we didn't know.
Yeah, that's, I haven't really thought about that, but I now that I think about it, I haven't seen any other names. No Rutger Hauer, no Daryl Hannah, no Sean Young.
No, well,
I understand Sean Young doesn't.
But I don't think, didn't Rutger Hauer's character die?
Well, yeah, but they're replicants.
Yeah, but it didn't look like they had, the replicants had multiple copies. It looked like they were making them unique.
I don't know.
Scott, get out. That was a ghost.
No, it was somebody, I don't know. Somebody's getting the door. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody's name pop up on there, but it makes sense. See, I was thinking it was further in the future and that Gaff might not show up, but this is really good news because he's a great character.
So yeah, they're calling it Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
And the original was set in 2019, so 30 years ahead. I mean, that's conceivable, yeah.
Yeah, and the replicants, see, that would be tricky. The replicants would have to look exactly the same.
Right.
And
I'm going to do that creepy CGI thing. And
I'm going to bet Daryl Hannah's not looking like Daryl Hannah in that movie.
Neither is Sean Young. So
I'm gonna bet Rutger Hauer is not looking like Rutger Hauer in that movie. Harrison Ford does not look like Harrison Ford in that movie, but he's supposed to be a replicant, according to Ridley Scott when he did his director's cut.
Mm-hmm.
So are they going to continue with that, or are they going to go, no, he's just becoming old Decker?
You know,
or is he going to be the prototype?
Right. He looks like Han Solo.
The whole movie, I'm going to be looking for a big scar right here.
That's right, big. Where's the rest of your chest? So, of all of these people, Edward James almost looks most like what he did 30 years ago.
He does. He really does.
He was already looking a little, I mean, to be gentle, kind of battle worn a little bit already.
A little craggy. I think the craggy is the word.
Absolutely. Actually, he's another one that I met in person a couple years ago, and he looks, like a lot of times you meet actors and they don't quite look like they do on the screen. He looks exactly like he has for 40 years.
Wow.
Like, you can't mistake this guy. He's really nice, but he is a serious dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm joking around, and he's not really joking. He enjoyed talking with me. Like, we talked for a while, and he could have brushed me off in a heartbeat. So he must have enjoyed the conversation. But I'm telling you, I did my normal, joking around. I can't help it. I couldn't crack a laugh out of that guy to save my life. Yeah. So, but he's an awesome guy, and I told him how what big fans we are, and I told him how awesome he's been in everything. I mean, literally everything. Does he get a gig on?
He has to.
Does he make it?
He has to. Why wouldn't he? He's got
captain of a Battlestar
Galactica,
Blade Runner. He's Gaff. He was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Miami Vice. Come on. Yeah,
I didn't get to it yet, but didn't he do episodes of Portlandia?
Did he? I've watched all the Portlandias. I don't remember him on there.
I haven't watched all that series yet.
He did.
Okay.
He did. In fact, I'm going to tell you what episode it is. And everybody if you haven't watched this show, this episode you must watch. You have to look for this one. Because it changes every time. Different stories, different characters. They have recurring characters, but it's not like a linear story, and it's not really an anthology either. But there's these two characters, and they're about to go to a wedding, and as they're leaving, she says something like, "Oh, come on, I just want to watch this," and it's obviously their excuse to not go to the wedding. They're like, right. "Oh, we're going to sit down, and we're going to start watching," and they end up binge watching. Was that you, Scott?
Sorry.
All right. Oh, hello, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Hello, guys.
So you're interrupting me, Phil. I'm going to have to cut you off. I'm going to have to cut you off.
Thank you. Oh, my God.
Anyway, they start binge watching Battlestar Galactica. Then they get really obsessed with it. They end up sitting there for 4 days, binging the entire series. They get obsessed with it. Then they're like, it's over? But we need more.
Disappear?
So they find a guy. Who's the guy that was the showrunner on it?
Ron Moore.
They find a guy in the phone book named Ron Moore. And it's this older African-American guy. They go to his house. And they're like, we need you to write more Battlestar. And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And his wife's like, Ron, what are these crazy people doing in our house? And I'm like, they're oblivious. So they basically kidnap this guy to write an episode. And then they hire Edward James Olmos. He's in their kitchen. He's like, I don't think this is a real reunion. It's really awesome. It's really great. And I don't want to spoil the ending, but there is a funny moment with Edward James Olmos, and there is a very funny next binge that they're like, well, I have an idea for a binge watch, and it's really good.
That's funny.
Yeah,
there's probably too many people's clothes on in the reunion. So
yeah, right. And for the binge. That's right. This was supposed to be the all nude episode, but Alil's not here, so we weren't going to take away his fun.
No.
Episode
saving people's eyes at the same time. So
we're saving that for episode 100. Here's a teaser. Oh yeah. Check out those skin tags and hair, baby.
Was he wearing a sweater under there?
Can you turn the definition down on your camera, please?
Yeah. I'll just
one
kind of do this.
One pixel. That's it.
1 pixel. Is this TV 1p?
It's no P. It's
no
less.
P. Yeah. So, maybe next time. Phil, you missed it. This is episode 99.5 because we didn't do anything special for episode 100. We're going to have to stretch this out till we figure out something special to do. So there could be 7 of these.
I was going to say I'll be back for 99.8.
So today I got a text from Phil, or I got a message from Phil. He had a great idea for our show. Phil, I'm going to bust on you a little bit because, well, you didn't know, so I can't really bust on you. But he had this idea. He's like, Alil should do a toy segment. And, we could tie it back to League of Geeks. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, that is a brilliant idea. And actually, we even did it on here. Chris, remember when we did Alil's toy box? And then we said, brought to you by League of Geeks. We did this whole thing. And Alil had no toys for it. And then we ended up talking about old toys and then talking about garbage like we usually do because that's what we do. So it fell apart before we even got through the first segment.
Because if it wasn't for no preparation, we wouldn't have any at all.
That's right. It was awful. We've tried multiple segments. 2 weeks ago, I sent a thing to everybody on the thing. I'm like, hey, let's start doing like, you focus on movies and you focus on video games. And you focus on this. We didn't even get through that conversation before we blew that and said, you know what? It's just better if we just talk. So that's what we're doing, man. We're just talking. We can talk about toys.
You said his name too many times.
Oh, no. Oh.
It is alive.
Is that you? Oh.
The devil. No, it is 100. No, it is 100.
Wait a minute. Everybody. Woo. Party.
That's awesome.
I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
That's fantastic. Wow. How did viewership drop into negatives? I just want to understand that.
Alil's taking a shower. Is it March already?
It is.
It's called March Madness at his house.
Hey, his one hair sticking up.
He's Homer Simpson. He has 3.
Oh, and he's all wet.
You guys want to see me wash? Let me get the wash.
No thanks.
Just keep.
Let's go a little bit lower.
Keep the camera north. This isn't League of Geeks.
Keep the butter in the bowl, please.
Puts the butter in the basket.
All right. Well, I'm gonna dry off. I might talk to you guys in a little bit.
Okay.
Bye.
Wow. That's fantastic, actually.
Well, I think we're not going to be doing the all nude episode now that I've seen
Welcome to Chafing with Alil.
Yeah, right. Was that a chafing dish I saw there?
Boom, boom.
Yeah. All right. I want to talk
catering humor.
I want to talk. That's right. We're very big with caterers. I want to talk about other news. What else did we see? Oh, I want to highlight a trailer that I saw. Did you guys watch the Baby Driver trailer?
Oh, is it hilarious? Oh my God,
it's fantastic! It's the new Edgar Wright movie.
Yeah,
Scott, you watch it?
I did see that. Yeah, that.
Phil, you watch it?
No, Baby Driver.
Scott, you were going to talk about it. What were you going to say?
He hates it.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I couldn't catch it at first, but I was reading afterwards. He has tinnitus. And so he's constantly listening to music. And
is that what's going on with the headphones?
Right. So he's constantly listening to music.
Watch it?
And he's this kind of savant driver.
I was going to say he fell asleep.
He's actually wants to be Adam Driver. That's the whole thing of the movie.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? I didn't know he had tinnitus. I wasn't paying attention, but I loved the trailer. I thought it was awesome. And it looks like another killer Edgar Wright movie. Very different than the other ones.
Did you see the lineup? Kevin Spacey, John Hamm, Jamie Foxx, John Barenthal. That's going to be fantastic. What is it? Who attacked you? The cat?
No, the kid.
The kid?
Yeah, he was making it an Easter special. He became rabbit ears. Yeah, what's worse, the cat or the kid?
Was it the kid or the cat? That's a new game show we're going to have. Kid or the cat?
I bet Trump gets it wrong. Okay, that was another bad one.
Thanks.
Episode 100, full of badness. Hey, so have you guys read anything about this Matrix reboot? Is it a reboot or a continuation?
I keep reading different things, but I'm thinking they want to do a reboot. Hey, I said the cat. They want to do a reboot, but they're doing it without the Wachowskis.
Okay, so I haven't really read anything about this. My preparation was awful. I just know that I've seen this pop up. It said first a few weeks ago, it was Keanu Reeves was saying that he was all down for more.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And now they're saying it's a reboot. You're telling me it's without Wachowskis. What are they doing?
Well, I mean, I couldn't make it through the second two movies. I've seen parts of them, but I couldn't make it through the other two. So maybe if they had somebody that could put together a good story that would work with that, I mean, maybe that could work.
So what I read about this was Michael B. Jordan. They were thinking about getting him to star. So I don't know if that means he's going to be Neo or Morpheus or who he's going to be. So
yeah,
well, I'll say that was my whole point. Like Scott was saying, I mean, it seemed to me like the original trilogy started running out of steam like partway through that third movie. You're really going to reboot it like 10, 12 years later when you barely got through that original trilogy?
The first one was pretty awesome.
The first one was amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, I like the other two.
And what was really interesting was the Animatrix, which was a group of like short, animated shorts that were exploring other concepts.
That's excellent too. If you haven't seen that, the Animatrix is really worth it. Did you see they did that with Batman too?
Yes, Gotham Knight.
Yeah, and Gotham Knight is a great DVD or Blu-ray or whatever it is you get it on now.
Yeah, I do have that.
So I wonder if they're going to do, if they're talking Michael B. Jordan, I wonder if they're going to do like they're going to do like a prequel with Morpheus.
Maybe he is Neo. Maybe he is Neo. I mean, if it's a simulation, they can reprogram what he looooks like.
Yeah, they could do that. Well, maybe that's the trick, Scott. Maybe you hit it. Maybe it reboots it and it's Neo, but now he's Michael B. Jordan. His face is Michael B. Jordan because when they saw Neo, they didn't recognize him as the one. They didn't recognize his face. So maybe he changes each time. Now we've got a reboot of the system, and Michael B. Jordan is that character. And you can actually go in a completely different direction, other than we know that they're in these pods and those alien the machines have taken over. I mean, that might be the way it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of getting into Battlestar Galactica territory there. All this has happened before and will happen again. But
I'm okay with that. I'm actually more okay with that than if they go back and do, the Young Morpheus Chronicles. I don't know if I want to see that. I mean, of course I want to see it. Of course I want to see it.
Who are you kidding? I'm like, what?
I've got it pre-ordered on Blu-ray already. I said the words and already bought the T-shirt.
But I mean, between Black Panther and now like the Matrix reboot, Michael B. Jordan's just happy to do anything that isn't that Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, Lord.
Well, he's gonna be in the reboot of that too.
Maybe we'll get lucky and they won't hire Josh Trank for this.
Oh, he's hiding in a bunker somewhere in Montana.
He's not even doing MTV videos. What are you talking about?
I think I saw him soaping the Lil's back. He's gone that far down.
Oh. He's playing Mickey Mouse down at Disney, I think, is what's happening.
That's too good a gig. It says Zach Penn is who they're looking at possibly for rebooting this. I don't know if he's writing it. It doesn't really say. But he did do Last Action Hero. So and X-Men Last Stand. Uh-oh. We could be in trouble. Those are two, not the first two I think of. It's like, hey, I really want this to be a major franchise.
Last Action Hero?
Last Action Hero is not that good. Come on, man.
Of course not.
That's why the first one.
The kid in that is awful. Oh,
that's why the first one was the last one.
Yeah. The kid's terrible.
They changed the name. Definitely the Last Action Hero.
I remember we were at Comic-Con. This is probably the same one I met Skip Williamson at. The company that it was like one of Roger Corman's companies or something. It was when Last Action Hero was the year that came out. So I can tell you exactly when I was there. They had a booth and they were promoting all their crappy movies that I had seen every one of them except this dinosaur one, like Dinotopia or Dinosaur Kid or something. And it was the same kid that was in Last Action Hero. And that's all they could talk about we've got so and so. He's a huge star. And then and like a week later, the movie came out. It was like, oh, this movie's not good. Your Roger Corman movie might be better than Last Action Hero.
Well, that's like that guy you see everywhere. He's like, I was in Jingle All the Way for 2 seconds.
Yeah, oh, he's the worst.
He's in some pizza commercial in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Now he's doing YouTube videos with like guys soaping themselves
with naked buttery guys. I don't understand.
Awful. It's really gone downhill. Speaking of which, this has been brought to you by the Blue Box Cafe. This is Chris Bow in Illinois. It's live at the Blue Box.
This steamy pile is brought to you by coffee.
Right. Oh yeah, very cold coffee. Actually, I'm this is gonna sound bad, but I'm actually doubling up here. I'm drinking you've seen me drinking tonight. I'm drinking chocolate and black tea, and a giant Darth Vader cup of coffee that is ice cold.
Oh my.
Nice.
So I'm doubled up right now.
You're doubled up and still 04.
Yeah. Right. All right.
Did you check the new Doctor Who trailer?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's fantastic.
You know what? You posted that.
Yes.
And I'm like, and you said it looked great. Everyone's been tweeting like, this is really awesome. I have been so busy with this play directing stuff. And now I'm going to be a giraffe.
Let's see the picture.
I'm going to put the picture up. So,
gratuitous plug.
And then we'll talk all about the Doctor Who thing. There's the picture. If you can see it, that's me in the giraffe costume. Yes.
I thought it was a sloth, like I said.
No, it's a sloth with a giraffe on its back is what that actually looks like. That's a joke.
As I told Kathleen, it's a 2 3/4 toed sloth. So.
Right. Excellent. That's a pot-bellied sloth, I thought, or pot-bellied giraffe. I'm
How does a giraffe not shave? I'm just wondering.
I work for this theater. I'm doing the backstage thing for this one, and they said we need a giraffe. You can use the costume because I'm big enough to put this thing on because it's kids. They can't.
Are you
carry
this Bravo?
Thing. So that's how I ended up with. Yeah, I got the suit. The suit fit.
The suit fit.
Oh, there's a Lil
in bed again. Oh,
yeah.
Hello. Hey guys. How's it going? Hey Phil, how's it going?
So
it was good until 10 seconds ago.
Before you sidetrack us, I want to hear about the Doctor Who trailer. Scott, did you watch it too?
Yes, the new season trailer. Yes, I did watch that.
Chris, a little talk. I want to hear about it.
You mean Scott and Chris?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I was going to say, I don't know anything about Doctor Who.
You know what? I just fell asleep during our show, so if that tells you anything, go ahead. I want to hear about it.
Scott?
Is it a trailer for the first episode, or is it a trailer
for the season?
For the season. So it bounces around to a lot of things. It's kind of hard to remember them all because it was a lot of quick shots. But one that stands out is the Dr. Bill and I think Nardole looking at a robot that communicates in emojis. So that's a little, I don't know, fourth wall breaking or something, but I mean, the rest of it does look good, and it's a little bittersweet knowing that we're going into Capaldi's last season.
Yeah.
Although we are supposed to be getting the mistress back, Missy.
Is this 3 or 4 for him? I can't remember.
3.
3. So we've had
like 27 years.
We've had other doctors that have done 3.
They've all done 3, haven't they?
No, I thought one of them did 4.
No.
Well, and the new one, Tennant did 3, plus he did those specials, so it was like 3.5, and Smith did 3.
No. Eccleston did 1, Tennant did 2, 3, 4, Smith did 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is Capaldi.
Right.
They counted the one season that he did the 4 specials as a season for David.
They are counting that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ridiculous because he did 4 2.5-hour shows as opposed to 10-hour-long series.
Yeah, Sherlock he did.
Yeah, they Sherlocked it, absolutely. I think that's where they came up with the idea that they could do that for Sherlock. Oh, it's a season. It's only 3 shows, but, they're 3 hours each. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm down for it. I can't wait. When does it premiere?
April 15th.
April 15th, which is the day after the new Mystery Science Theater episodes.
Yes.
Yeah,
so that'll be a busy week.
or that'll be Good Friday and the Saturday before Easter.
Well, plus,
rest of the world.
didn't they announce this week that Netflix is going to air like 20 or 30 MST 3K episodes?
Yeah, they have 20 of the classic episodes that they're putting up now.
Nice. Oh, are they up now?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching.
But yeah, those are great.
Yeah, Alil, you're you know how this is activated by noises we make? Your breathing is making you activate.
I'm a little stuffed up. So,
Are you? Travel?
Yeah. Yes.
Where are you now?
I'm in Fenton, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. And the whole town is a smoking town. Everyone can smoke. All the restaurants you can smoke, and it's disgusting.
Oh,
I'm sure that's good for you and your sinuses.
Exactly. That's why I'm stuffed up. That's why I'm breathing so well. Although Phil likes
Sure, that's why.
Right.
According to Joel Hodgson, the 20 episodes are on Netflix now.
All right, cool. Let's see, what else happened?
Did you hear that they're talking about doing a sequel to Suicide Squad, and the guy who wrote Legend of Tarzan, whose name is Adam Kazad, I guess he's in talks to do it, which I don't know.
Well, did you see
write or direct?
To write.
Write it.
Did you guys see Legend of Tarzan?
Is that the one with Alexander Skarsgård?
Yeah, it's the new one.
No.
It's actually just now on Netflix or HBO or one of those.
Is he a vampire in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's on one of them. It's I just saw it popped up on one of the services. It might be on demand. I don't know. It's free right now. It's just like, or it's if you have premium channels, it's in there. Just like Age of Apocalypse finally just hit. I made it 20 minutes before I fell asleep in that one.
It's not Age. It's just X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, whatever it is. I fell asleep. I'm gonna force my way through it. I'm gonna do it.
Go see the good one. Go see Logan.
You know what? I don't have time. I have to watch this.
I know.
As I'm going to sleep at night, I put my phone up. I'm like, I'm watching it now. And then I've got to read 400 comics because Phil's like, hey, I know for our reading club, let's do a 12-issue series. Oh, I didn't tell you, Rob. One of the issues is 58 pages or something.
It's pictures.
Yeah, it's pictures. So,
Phil, how do you have time to read all this?
I bend time a little. I bend time. Plus, I've got all my reading for school and directing and everything.
How do you think he looks like he hasn't shaved in 2 weeks? He shaved this morning, but he's a time turner.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Scruffy?
But he's grown a man beard. He's not patchy like you.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Coming from the man with that Key West butt tickler under his nose.
Hello.
I look good, Phil.
Oh God.
Compared to
like
Rob, yeah, but
you look like a. I guess that.
Phil coming right out of the box. Take that a little.
Poor man's
That's fine.
Poor man's Tony Stark.
I've had this before Tony Stark.
He had it. That's the Porkins look.
he had that in third grade. Are you kidding me? A little was it 7 years old with a little smash and goatee.
Oh yeah, that's right. He had that when he tried to blow up the Death Star. That's right.
No, if I had that picture available, I would show that picture of teenage Alil. He did not have the little stash then.
No?
I didn't.
No,
Nope.
it's him in a singing. It was you like in a room for opera or something, right?
Did you have your hat turned backwards with some gold chains? Were you like a boy band kid?
No, but I did. No, I did not.
No, he didn't have the hat turned backward, but you totally are dressed like a boy band. We're gonna put that picture on something.
Did you have like a jersey on?
Look at his face.
He's busted
too.
Did you call yourself Cool the Candy Rapper?
No, I actually could sing, Phil. So
all right, I got a question. A little. What band was it? 98 Degrees, Backstreet. What was your band?
I wasn't in a band. It was my high school madrigal choir.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. I know you can sing a little. You're talented, actually. I mean, not saying actually you are a talent. You can do it. not at all. Anyway, being disparaging, you are.
This is episode 100. I think we need a song.
No, it's not. It's 99.5. And stop it, Alil. It's not episode 100. It's 99.5 because we are not prepared. But Alil, I will give you props too. You sang the Gummy Bears song, and so did Rated R Edward, I believe. Didn't you sing that live at the Blue Box one time, Scott?
I think I did. Yeah.
Yep. So I think that's what we should do. Is the two of you should do a duet.
A duet.
Lowest rated show ever.
It's kind of like when Frank Sinatra was, doing his duets albums.
Can we have negative people watching this on YouTube?
I'm sure we don't.
That already happened when you from the shower. Tales
you know
from
who's
the
watching?
shower.
Only Disney. We own the rights to gummy bears. You better stop that.
I thought
I'll go sing. I'll go sing if I get back in the shower. It was nice and warm in there.
Ooh, dude, you need to sing with a shower cap and have a rubber duck. Sing the Rubber Ducky song.
Rubber duck a little. Got it?
All right. Rubber ducky.
You're the one. You make that
Next
so
episode, I'll be in a bathtub.
It's like Slither.
But are you gonna be like Ernie and where you're gonna actually have your shirt on still with a bath cap?
Actually, I have a more fear that it's gonna be like Teeth. It's gonna pan down and we're like, oh no, a Lil!
It might bite you.
So did you guys watch the trailer for Life? Did you watch the trailer for Life?
The red band one?
Doesn't matter. It all kind of seems the same. I can't tell if this is good or horrible. It looks visually good, but I don't know. It's not getting me. Are you guys into this?
No, what is it?
Life. It's the one with Deadpool and they're in space.
Deadpool and Brokeback Mountain and
Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds in space. I'm all about it.
Well, so would I. But there's something about the trailers. I'm like, I can't get a beat if they.
Hey, can we get Lev from Armageddon in there? And it'd be perfect. It'd be
yes.
Triple. It's Lev. Who? Me, Lev.
I'm all about it.
That's the dumbfecta. Are you? You like the trailers, or you just like the idea
of Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds alone in space? Yeah, of course I like the idea.
How did this become that?
Space Station, Missouri, same difference.
Why do you think I'm down here for a convention? No, I actually the trailers looked all right. I mean, I'm interested in it. It seems like their own version of Alien.
I was going to say
they wanted to get out.
Yeah, and it's microorganisms that are doing it. See, I think that's where I'm disconnecting a little bit. Is it seems like way too much of a ripoff. Only we're going really small. I don't know if I care about that. Are we not going to see aliens? We're just going to see them like freak out because the Zika virus got in them or something.
No, in the one trailer they show the thing getting pretty big, like a cat size, maybe. I don't know.
It's like the blob. It's like the blob in space.
Ooh.
Would you not wait? You just blob in space?
You just sold me.
Yeah,
I'd see that.
So the important question: does size matter?
Yes. And you know what? If they,
of course it does, Phil. I'll prove it to you.
Teeth again. If
anything more than a mouthful is wasted, is that what you're saying, Hello?
If they go to the third one.
Goodbye.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. You and everybody watching.
There's nobody watching. More, don't kid yourself.
I think we've got more followers now.
Yeah, right. Wow. Yeah,
boy, that's like men's prison.
Yeah.
Hey, ever do time?
Don't disrespect our boys in orange. So,
who's Crazy Eyes? Is that
are they yes? Are they going to make the third one? Make it Blob in the hood? Oh, I hope so.
Oh,
Butter Blob, buttery Blob.
Yeah, that's a League of Geeks joint.
What about Blob?
So, Alil, I want to ask you because
you've got Blob.
I think you're going to know something about this. Did you hear all that stuff Sam Jackson was saying? They were indicating that he's saying there's a Nick Fury movie in the pipeline. Is that something you've heard? I mean, we've talked about they need to do Black Widow, and they're going to do Black Widow. But I think they should have done a Nick Fury movie before now. Is this something that's real, or is he just doing his thing to make one happen?
I think he's doing his thing because he's been talking a lot. There was stuff he talked about. He dropped he said something about filming with the skull, and now everybody's like, "Oh, it's Red Skull in Infinity War." I think it's just Sam Jackson being Sam Jackson because number one, he's not happy that he's not in Black Panther. Two, he hasn't been in a Marvel movie in a while.
Yeah,
and he wants the paychecks.
He's been in every other bleeping movie, so why should he be in a Marvel movie?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if the paycheck on that at this point is what's driving him. I heard him on.
Did you see Kingsman? Then the paycheck is definitely the reason.
He took a risk on that one.
Yeah.
But he actually was saying that his income is off those Capital One ads. He's like, I'm making so much bank. He goes, the movies are a hobby. So,
well, but I also think he's always been a fan of Marvel Comics in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think the fact that he was for Phase 1 that connective tissue for that he kind of I do think he misses it, because I think
what I think he's missed. I think that's an element of the story that's not getting utilized. But Cap 2, when they did that whole Nick Fury storyline, it was awesome, and then he's kind of basically disappeared. He shows up in Ultron, and that's it.
Age of Ultron,
but that was
Age of Ultron.
Nothing. Yeah. I think they. I would love to see a Nick Fury movie. Just like I've said, Black Widow should be like an espionage, like James Bond. He should totally be a gadgety,
There's no money there for Marvel to do that movie.
Sure, but what if they made a movie with all those characters? What if they did one with all those characters who can't get their own solo movies, like Nick Fury, Black Widow, Hawkeye?
What if they Netflixed it and did an 8-series show on them?
And I bet he'd do it too.
Yeah,
that would be different.
As long as he can put the plug line in. What's in your wallet? Somewhere in there.
Brought to you by.
Hey, Tony Stark, what's in your wallet? And then he looks at the camera.
Well, no, in the background,
somebody off camera hand him a lot of cash.
Is a billboard for Capital One. That would be the best way to do it.
Oh, they'd pay for it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys read that they're talking to remake The Fly?
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw.
I love the Jeff Goldblum movie. I was a huge fan. I saw it in the theater, I think, like 4 times.
How many naps did you take?
that was back when I didn't fall asleep in every movie.
Jeff took his shirt off and he melted. I have to take a nap.
I don't necessarily want to remake, but I guess it's the only way you can do this. Because they already did. Fly 2 was his son, and that was it. I think they could take the premise and do something really cool with it. So,
those were the 90s, weren't
those were like late 80s.
80s, yeah.
But those were the second run anyways, because there were 3 or 4 of them back in the 50s, right?
Yeah, with Vincent Price was in the original The Fly, which is a great movie too.
Yeah.
I think. I like those films.
But yeah, just with the technology and special effects today, I mean, you could do something really cool if you had like a decent story to go with it.
Yeah. I mean, and with like GMOs and genetic and all the genetic stuff, engineering in the in the news, you could probably make a really timely story, but it'd also be you could run into a fear mongering type thing where you make everybody afraid of that. And
good. The best science fiction really does do that kind of thing. Like it does. That edge of like look at Philip Dick's stuff. He had that techno fear and fear of being watched in his stuff in the 60s, and a lot of that stuff is what's come true. He's the one that wrote Blade Runner. He wrote Pitch Black, wasn't called that, but he's got that in his writing. That's when it's at its best. That's why Star Trek took hold for so long, because it had that. That's why Dark Mirror's popular. That would work here. I like it. They're also talking about reviving the Shield. I don't know. How do you revive the Shield? Bring Vic Mackey out of retirement or something?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's Vic Mackey, I'm totally watching it. Walton Goggins shows up, I'm totally watching it. But I don't know if that's it. That show's kind of perfect. I'd leave it alone, other than if you could find a way to remaster it in HD.
So it's 27.
What was that?
Did Alil get run over by a truck?
Yes. He went out for a cigarette break. He's now addicted.
That's right.
Okay.
Is 2017 the year of like what won't we remake?
They remake it. They're gonna remake Yesterday pretty soon.
Good, because I got a few things I want to fix.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Dude, we gotta skip that second cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'd skip that about the 5-minute mark here when Alil showed up in the shower. I think I could skip that. Mm-hmm. But Chris, you're a big fan of the Shield too. What do you think of that?
Why? I mean, it would be like. I think it was perfect at the time they made it, and I don't think they need to go there because, number one, that's been done. It was done before, and it's been done kind of since. So why do they need to redo that?
Well, and the shockers that were in there. I mean, it really was an exceptional series.
Yeah,
that shock element and all that. We have that series. We don't need to go on. You've got True Detective now.
Right.
You've got, these other prestige shows, Fargo,
Right.
Let it be what it is. Although the quality of the video is not that great. And I could see how that would be something that might be attractive to them. Like,
they're doing it
bring
because
it to
they
a
know,
new audience.
They know they can sell it and they can make money with it. And that's the bad part about all that.
Right.
And I don't think they can make it better. I don't think a remake would be a better thing. And I would always hope that if they were going to do a remake, that they could improve upon the previous. I don't see how they can, other than making it better visually.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there was nothing wrong with it when they made it. I mean, it just was.
No, it's not
high def. So
yeah. Because if you go back and you watch it, it's watchable on your HD TV, but it's not, crisp. No. But what do you care? I mean, the writing on it is so freaking good. And the ending is so spectacular. I mean,
sorry.
That was one we watched it, we binged it, and when we started it, we're like, oh, we'll start this show and we'll take our time with it. It's 5 seasons or whatever. It was like a week later we were done with it. It was like, abort your life.
Yeah.
We're just gonna watch the heck out of this thing, and we did. It was fantastic. Plus, the theme song rocks the house.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean, it's almost like it. I think it might even be a little dated now too. Some of the stuff that they did is just not.
Of course, but it's a product of the time. If you did it now, you'd have to update it so much. Why?
Right.
Why?
Part of it was the shock value, and part of it was, we can see this on TV, and it wasn't HBO.
Right.
So I mean, they got away with a lot.
Oh yeah.
For what they did, and I mean, now that's commonplace. So how did they step that up? I think that was a big, I think a big part of it. So.
Yeah, I can see that. Let's see. What else do we have? Does anyone else have one? I mean, I'm just throwing them out here as I'm reading them.
Speaking of remakes and Netflix, it's been in the works for a while now. There is a Godzilla anime movie.
Really?
Yes. So
I don't know about this.
Yeah. So this is the first real anime style movie, because it's been done animated twice before. The Hanna-Barbera in the 70s. And then
trust me, I know. I'm all about the giant monster movies.
And the Godzilla, the series from the late 90s.
Right.
So this is the first anime one. And the new news is that Netflix has the distribution rights worldwide, 190 countries.
Wow.
So
and they're doing anime. So it's not going to be a kids one. It's going to be more of an anime. Like they're going a little darker with it.
A little darker, yeah. It's supposed to be like a futuristic telling of Godzilla.
Oh, good. I hope. Yep, there's the cat. We knew it. Yeah, I hope so, because if you watch that, we just did a thing live at the Blue Box about Kong, and we were talking about how they have all these animated shows, but they're all super kiddie, weird Agents of Kong, and you're like, but how do you make a series of a cartoon series out of Kong? Well, Godzilla, you actually probably could. You could make an anime series, like a 13-episode thing that tells a dark story that has this creature. I think you could do it.
Did you ever watch the one that came out after the 98 American movie?
No.
That one is good.
Is it really good?
It's not great, but it's good. It's good storytelling. They took only the very basics from the 98 movie, the Matthew Broderick character and the new type of Godzilla, but then they gave them a team of specialists that goes around the world and they fight other monsters.
Okay.
So this Godzilla that's kind of bonded to the Matthew Broderick character, he follows. It's a she in the movie, he in the series, follows him around, and they fight the big monsters and fight pollution and that kind of stuff.
Fighting pollution.
Yep.
One bag at a time. That was my Godzilla. Is Jean Reno in it? That's all I care about.
I think his character is.
All right, I'm watching it. Done. How about the new Smurfs movie? You're a big Smurfs guy, Scott. You guys care that there's a new CGI animated Smurfs film?
Yes. Yeah, I've been following them on Tumblr, actually.
Really, Scott?
Yeah, and they've been putting cross-promotional stuff in the Smurfs Village game on the iPhone. So
you guys are still playing that, huh?
Oh, yeah, I still play that.
All right. So, Molly was a huge fan of the first one. Second one, she liked, but that's not a well she's gone back to a lot. She liked that first one a lot. And I got to say, we, as a family film, we enjoyed it when we went and saw it with her. If you're getting all, high and mighty geeky about it, yeah, it's not good, but it's a kid's movie, But this one,
Hey guys.
Hey, Lil, did you like the Smurfs movie?
Never watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. We didn't care for them.
You didn't care for them, Scott?
No, we still watch the original cartoons.
Okay.
So we've got a bunch of the DVDs, and we'll still spin those up from time to time, and just kind of put them on in background noise while we're doing stuff, and relax. And
but isn't your Twitter handle? Isn't your Twitter handle Scotty Smurf?
Yeah, my Twitter handle is @Scotty Smurf. I actually created that Twitter because in the Smurfs game on the iPhone, there's a thing where it would give you rewards in the game if you would tweet out like basically ads for them. So I created a Twitter account just for that. So if you go back far enough on my Twitter account, you'll see just months of me tweeting out Smurfs Village things.
Game in the game. I like it.
Yeah, I like that too. So if you start tweeting out This Week in Geek stuff, you get nothing, but that's awesome.
You get a Laurel and a hearty handshake.
Call yourself.
You'll just get
Twiggy Scott.
You'll just get photos of me.
Yeah, that's on Twig XXX. You get pictures of a Lil.
What was that, Phil? I know you love it. Jeez, calm down.
Hey, you know what Dark Mouth is?
Oh, so you're all mouthy and back now. You had your cigarette, huh?
That's right.
Cigarette.
Yeah, we figured you went for a smoke break.
The show was so good, you needed a cigarette.
No, my phone died.
Do you guys know what Dark Mouth is? It's gonna be.
Didn't the Lil have that last year?
Yeah.
That's why I was off the show for 3 weeks.
It's an
Dark Mouth.
It's going to be an animated show on Netflix, I believe. And
okay.
I don't know if this is. It looks like it's another one. It's in the article here. It keeps talking about troll hunters. So I think that it's kind of in that vein where it's like a fantasy, but a kids thing. But I don't know if it's a kids thing. So that's why I was asking if you guys knew.
No.
All right.
No.
Well, that's going nowhere. Troll Hunters coming to, or Darkmouth coming to Netflix.
I saw something on Joe Blow about it, but did not pique my interest to go beyond that. So
yeah, see, I was wondering because we watched the first episode of Troll Hunters and it was good. It was good. I want to go back.
Yeah, I have heard a lot of good things about that series.
Go through that. It's like we watched the first episode of Voltron on Netflix. It was really good. I enjoyed it. So we're going to go back and binge that thing. I just wondered if this is going to be as good as that, or if this is going to be like their one day at a time station. That's the worst thing ever. It's the worst. Yeah. Oh,
Schneider, you're totally Schneider.
There's no Schneider on it. So
you have a vest. Could you cosplay him next time at Live at the Blue Box?
I just have to get a little mustache and put a vest on. Is a little gone again?
Hey, Miss Romano.
Yeah. Chris, you'll be David. You'll be David. You're awesome. You're the weird boyfriend. I
want to be Skippy from
Family Ties.
I think
Family Ties. Yes.
I think Scott would be Anne Romano in this. We'll make a Lil
Mackenzie Phillips.
He's got to be Mackenzie Phillips because she had problems, and that makes you Valerie Bertinelli. That makes you Fillery Bertinelli.
Fillery Bertinelli.
No. Yes, filibuster Bertinelli.
So he's going to marry
Eddie Van Halen.
Eddie Van Halen. Yeah.
So me and Lil are siblings. Okay.
Yep, you guys are siblings. Scott's your mom. Chris is your boyfriend. Your mom's boyfriend. It's getting weird. And I'm Schneider.
You're Schneider. Sounds good.
I'll be Schneider. Can I also be who is the guy on What's Happening? Remember the maintenance guy on there?
Rerun.
Love those 70s. Maintenance guys were very funny.
You want to be Shirley.
Shirley Hemphill.
Do we really want Rob being the maintenance guy? I mean, look, Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. Actually, I'm quite skilled, Phil. You have no idea.
He's handy. Boom, boom.
Very good. It took us 100 episodes to get that joke out.
That's all right. I bring it up every episode, but it was work.
That's right. I love it.
It's all about the timing.
It's timing, yes. What else do we have? King Kong is kicking butt at the box office. People are loving it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, Friday. Iron Fist is dropping Friday.
Is it? Is it this Friday?
Yeah, this Friday.
All right. So we'll have a new series from Charlie and Maz on Iron Fist, probably starting. I don't know if it'll be by next Monday, but by the next Monday for sure it'll be up. And then we'll go back after that and do Jessica Jones, and I'm sure Daredevil 2 will be on there too with those guys. But we're gonna do Iron Fist next. That'll be on Nuff Said.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you guys seen anything about Isle of Dogs?
No.
I'm really intrigued. I don't know anything about it. If it's animated, because I heard he was going to do an animated film. If it's live action, it's a new one from Wes Anderson. And the only thing I know is he's saying that one of his big inspirations. Oh, it is a stop motion. I just found that. I've been wondering about this. Big inspiration on it is Akira Kurosawa. So imagine a stop motion world of dogs, directed by Wes Anderson, inspired by Akira Kurosawa. I'm in on all of it. All of it. Isle of Dogs will star Ed Norton, Bryan Cranston, Jeff Goldblum, Scarlett Johansson, Bill Murray, F. Murray Abraham, anyone named Murray gets in it, Tilda Swinton, Frances McDormand, Bob Balaban, and Liev Schreiber. Too bad he couldn't get a good cast.
Did you say Harvey Keitel too? Come on.
Right.
Get out of here.
Is that like the new gimmick?
What?
Is that like the new gimmick? You put Cranston in your movie for like 15 minutes? I mean,
that's no
Godzilla, Power Rangers. Yeah.
Put him in everything. No, that was a gimmick in Godzilla for sure. Power Rangers, he claims he's a fan and wanted to be in it. So he's the main big bad guy, Zord.
He's not a big bad. He's the.
I thought he's a big bad guy.
He's the big head mentor.
I don't watch that show. What do I know?
What?
He was Glow. I thought he was that little robot Twiggy, bitty buck.
Wiggy.
Cranston was in 2 episodes of the original Power Rangers series.
Was he? What did he play?
Yeah, he was a villain in one in costume.
I was going to say, was he Mr. Belding?
Oh my!
You actually look like a young Mr. Belding there, Phil.
He does look like a young Mr. Belding.
You do.
Phil.
Yeah, I could go to any con. I could go to any con on the East Coast. Woo.
You should cosplay him, Scott. You could be Zach, Chris. Chris, you can be the
Screech.
I was gonna say he's the guy with the muscles.
I want to be Screech.
No, Lil is thyroid problem Screech.
No, I'm not. I'm
Tiffany
no.
He's a turtle.
Are you Kelly Kapowski?
No, I am the driving instructor, Mr. Tuttle.
Oh, who was the?
I have no idea who that is.
Who was the garage lady? The one that did the shop class.
I can't remember her name.
Oh gosh,
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Like a driving instructor.
Mr. Tuttle.
All right. Well, I'm not going to be Kelly Kapowski. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, please.
No.
If you get paid enough, you will.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hold on. Enough? How about at all?
At all.
Enough is
Somebody throw Rob a dollar, he'll put a wig on.
A cheeseburger.
A whole dollar? Yes, I will.
Here you go, Rob.
4 quarters. There you go.
$20.
Oh,
20. Oh, 20.
Got him for 20
You know what he
movies now. Wow.
Chris, you know what he would do for $20?
It's slightly less than what a Lil would do for 20.
Right.
Not true at all.
But not as disgusting, for sure.
It's true. It's true, but I have higher standards. That's for sure. It costs you a lot more to get something out of me. Let's just put it that way.
Wait a minute.
You're just rolling around.
Yeah, just ask those
you guys
people.
See this?
In
He's been
Missouri.
blowing up our message board here. It says, new. Josh, I'm going to read your stuff here. New Ninja Turtles movie, Nickelodeon movies, live action remakes. They're actually amazing. I just finished watching. Oh, yeah. Have you guys seen these? Who was it that was
cartoon?
saying? Yeah. Somebody was saying how their kid, the only one they'll watch is that TMNT movie, which I thought was really good. And then the live action one was not really good. But then, you said 2 was really good, or was decent.
Okay, not really good. It was fun.
Okay.
Have you watched? He's just in love with. He's just in love with Stephen Amell.
No, Stephen Amell was terrible in that movie. Stephen Amell was the worst thing in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. He was the worst.
Yeah, but you loved it when he took his shirt off and did that thing on the thing
the
where
salmon ladder.
Yeah, you love that.
Who doesn't love that? But why does Phil know what it's called, Phil?
Because I podcast about the show.
No,
yeah,
nobody listens to that.
Boom. So, has anyone watched this? The Nickelodeon movies?
Lil, put your head up. Got a glare.
Phil, put your head up. I got a glare.
Like I was gonna say, you have more hair than I do.
Right?
Maybe on your back.
Oh no! Wait, that's next week. We're gonna find that out when we do the all nude episode. I want to know if anybody's watched these Nickelodeon movies.
Is it a movie or is it a cartoon? I thought it was a cartoon.
He said Nickelodeon movies, live action remakes. They're actually amazing. Just finished watching.
No, he's talking about the movies that were theatrical.
Okay. So he liked part 2.
Terrible. Part 2 was fun.
Yeah, he said he liked part 2.
Rocksteady and Bebop were great in that. They did a great job. All the CG characters in Turtles 2 were good. Turtles 1 to me was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Turtles 1 had issues for sure. When it got to the end, though, the end was so bad. Like, what was it about the last third of the movie? It was like, I can't believe I'm watching this. It was so bad.
I hated everything about Shredder. They try to write that. Like, they had no continuity with the original Shredder storyline in part 2. But I'm telling you, like, everything about Shredder. I mean, like,
Josh said it was fun to watch him back to back. He might be right. If you can tolerate through that first one and then go right into the second one, it might actually be a good time.
I don't know if I could take 3.5 hours and do that.
Yeah, and then he wrote the new Spider-Man reboot looks amazing. It totally looks amazing. You kidding me?
Your aunt's hot.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say. That's it. Who cares if the kid can act?
Right.
Your aunt's hot.
Yeah. Hey, Underoos. It's funny too. I just watched Civil War again, and I'm not going to say he steals the movie, but he holds his own with all these characters that we're so familiar with these actors. Totally, Tom Holland totally holds his own through that.
Oh yeah,
really good. I can't wait for
Paul
that.
Rudd does, and for the
Paul Rudd actually
fantastic.
Does kind of steal it. He's so funny when he shows up. When he turns into Giant Man. Spoiler. When he turns into Giant Man, it's the best.
The best line is when he asks for orange slices. Come on.
And he's just so pissed off at the other heroes. He's like, yeah, screw you, basically. It's awesome.
So is that it? Did we hit everything?
I
mean, I know we didn't, but
I thought I had something else.
Oh, here's a big shocker. Batman's been delayed again. That's crushing.
That's a shocker. Wow, way to bury the lead.
Yes.
And didn't they push the flashback movie now back to like 2020 or something?
I think they're going to push it all back into a dumpster soon.
I think they're hoping that the world's going to end before they actually have to make the movie. So then they can get off the
We're going to find out DC was behind the Trump election.
That's right. Zack Snyder was so bad that he did stage the whole thing to cover up how bad those movies are.
All this controversy. Then we're going to find out it wasn't just Putin, but Putin and Trump were both talking to Snyder. And that's when we're going to know there's a real conspiracy.
No. Hillary went to Snyder, said, you need to direct this movie for me. And then it screwed up so bad that...
Yeah, right.
Contaminated the timeline.
That's
right.
That's right. So it's all the Flash's fault. So, hey, you know what? One more. Did you see the little teaser for Belko Experiment?
Yeah.
Which is kind of like the Purge in an office building.
Yeah, I have seen those.
I didn't see this. It's actually on my thing, but that's James Gunn, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be down with that.
I mean, if there's a body count. What was the thing that said something had a body count of 37,000 people? Was that Kong? So there was some meme about how like they were saying some movie had the highest body count, and the response was, so I guess Alderaan and the Death Star don't count in Star Wars.
Oh, way to bring up Alderaan.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, you kill an entire planet of 2 billion people. Yeah, the body count's really not that big.
There were only like 70 people working on the Death Star.
That's right. Yeah.
Alderaan had a full boat going on.
There were 700 people in the hangar that they escaped from. I mean, was that
37,000 are sure wasn't the list of possible directors for Batman.
It could be, yeah.
And I thought this show had a high body count.
We're down to 37,000 in first pick. Timmy,
that counts in weight, Rob.
Belko Experiment has Michael Rooker, Sean Gunn, John McGinley.
Love John McGinley.
So do I. This is going to be a good time. And Sean Gunn, you know who he is. He's from Gilmore Girls.
And he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He wrote Guardians of the Galaxy.
Co-wrote.
Okay. So sorry, Alil.
Well, I'm giving credit to James as well.
Okay. All right.
Get your Marvel Disney facts straight.
That's right.
Damn you.
That's
Hey, are
right.
you going to Celebration?
No, I'm not going to Celebration.
What's wrong?
He sounded sad when he said that. I think the nicotine
wanna
is wearing off.
I'm not going.
I would love to go to Star Wars Celebration. It's just that's not going to happen this year. And there's no celebration next year. I think it's 2018 is the next celebration. For 2019. Yeah.
It's a busy time of year for car insurance policies. Right around Life Day.
Timing, Phil. Timing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, right. All right, I'm going to end it because we've hit our limit. Let's see. Do we have anything more? Anyone excited about the new Austin Powers movie? Josh just threw that one out. Last minute question. Anyone excited about the new Austin Powers movie? Did we know that there's one actually happening?
No, we did not.
No one on that.
Would that be Mike Myers?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Have to be.
Does he have to break out of the retirement home?
Austin Powers 4. No, but there's a great Mike Myers bit in that Baby Driver thing when he has the Mike Myers. You didn't see that?
No.
The guy's like, I told you to get a Mike Myers mask, and it's the Austin Powers mask.
Yes.
He's like, I did. It's Mike Myers. No. You know, the movie one. He's like, yeah, it's a movie one. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
They were looking for the Shatner mask. Is that what they were looking for? The Halloween mask?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only thing it has here on IMDb is Mike Myers writing, Mike Myers starring, and rumored.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
So, are we excited?
No.
It could be funny.
Is this in Hellboy? Is it Ron Perlman pining for a...
I mean, it might happen before Hellboy 3, but
that's a the Patreon's going to go up for it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Mike Myers he doesn't need the money. He's got that Shrek money.
Oh, he's got tons of money. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I'm not joking. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't need the money.
He's got that. He's got Wayne's World money. Come on,
if he wants to do it, he'll do it. No.
Wait, no,
nothing. Shrek.
Josh wrote here. It was confirmed at Comic-Con in Austin that it's called Thunderballs. They might have just won us over.
Lil, sue them for copyright infringement.
No, that's Butterballs. They might have just won us over.
Butterballs.
All right. Like I said, I'm in.
Said.
Is that it? That's it. Everyone, give your social media. Chris, let's start with you.
Great. I can be found at theblueboxcafe.com or Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176 on social media.
And Phil, guest star Phil, go ahead.
If you want to help me work on my timing, you can find me on Twitter at NightwingPDP and check out my podcast, Before the Bat, Legends of DC. I'm on that Unknown Enough Said podcast and Channel 52. Check those out.
Cool. And Scott?
I am on Twitter at Scotty Smurf.
And if you're playing the game and you can gift things in it, definitely gift Scotty Smurf. And Alil.
You can follow me in my shower.
Shower Time with Alil, the new YouTube channel.
My new podcast. Yeah, my new YouTube show. You can follow me on Twitter at LOGEEKZ for the League of Geeks podcast. Enough said.
Geeks with a Z.
And you can follow me at R Southgate, even though that Twitter account for some reason is not working. Follow the show. This is the
let's promote it. That's awesome.
Yeah. Follow the show at SMG_TWIG This Week in Geek. And you definitely want to follow us there. Follow us on Facebook. We will be posting about our 100th episode when we actually make it to 100. This is 99.5. Next week, probably 99.5.5. We'll see.
There's infinite decimals, so we can.
That's right. It was Pi Day, and we're going to take advantage of it. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Alil?
Enough said.